What up, y'all? Tina here. Let's get into the girls. In this video, we're going to talk about Halle Bailey and her new bundle of joy, as well as Nia Long and her new custody agreement. Halle, Daryl, DDG, congrats on your new little baby boy, Halo. We already knew, but thanks for announcing it.
It's about damn time.
Did y'all know she was pregnant? Or was y'all kind of, up and down on it? Halle Bailey had the best pregnancy, no cap. She had our ass in a blender, for real. Now, before y'all say it, we know it ain't none of our business, but unfortunately, when you're the Little Mermaid or when you're Nettie from Color Purple, folks are gonna be nosy. Now, the internet super sleuths, they've been figured it out long time ago. They've been solved the case because the child's father puts everything on the internet. So it's not hard to really get into their business. Now, it's a catch-22 because the internet is how he makes his money. And unfortunately, this is the era that we're growing up in. So I don't want to fault him too much because she got in a relationship with a content creator. So those are the risks that you gotta take. But y'all was calling out my niece nose.
Listen, if I see one more person say something about my nose one more time, it's gonna be hell to pay. And you know why? What did you concerned about my nose for? Leave me the hell alone.
Then we found this picture here. Now, I was disappointed in this picture because Halle, you are a ParkWood girly. And for y'all that don't know, Halle and her sister Chloe, they're both signed to Beyonce's record label management group called ParkWood Entertainment. And we all know Beyonce prides herself on secrecy. So when I say you're a ParkWood girly, I mean like, how did this get out? How we seen this picture? I know Auntie Beyonce then taught her nieces how to move in silence and how to move a little bit better. I don't know how y'all got caught in 4K. She did a good job for the most part keeping this pregnancy to herself. But you know who didn't? Daryl, DDG. He was leaving so many signs everywhere like this. And then he put out this. And you know what's crazy? Her and Ciara both played Nettie in the new Color Purple. They both was pregnant at the same time, and they both had their babies within close proximity of each other. That's why if you notice, Halle and Ciara didn't really do a lot of press for this Color Purple run, kind of like how we're seeing Taraji everywhere and Coleman Domingo. And Halle had a pretty sizable role in the new Color Purple. So when I noticed she only did 1 or 2 interviews, I was like, yeah, she's pregnant. It's getting close to time because they're not wanting her in the public as much anymore. But congrats. We wish you guys happiness, love, success, and most importantly, a healthy relationship. Real talk. But moving on. Our good sis Nia Long and her longtime beau, Ume Udaka, has came to a satisfying custody agreement with their child. Udaka has to pay her $32,000 a month. Now, she went light on him because she could have got $56,000. They said Udaka has $456,000 worth of disposable income every single month. And disposable income is the money he has in his pockets after all of his major bills are paid. Must be nice. That NBA check is lovely. Do y'all think this child support settlement was fair? You know, Nia Long and Jeezy just sat down and had a pretty good interview with each other. Y'all should check it out. I actually enjoyed it. And she stated that her relationship with Udaka, it was already kind of rocky.
Because the relationship was rocky for a very long time. So, because I don't believe another person can break anyone up.
Right.
Like, I don't buy that, right?
They were trying to keep it together for the kid. But no matter how rocky it got, she was completely blindsided by this affair. But when it hit, sis packed her things up and she left and didn't look back. And you know what's crazy? He had just moved her to Boston when this affair Bombshell dropped. So then she had to pack right back up and move back to LA. Dang, Udaka just messy. Leaving around the office and in Boston, of all places. Oh, disappointed, sir. Just disappointed. And Nia Long has pretty much been public and expressed her frustrations with how the Boston Celtics handled everything. She said no one from the organization reached out to her to even forewarn her. No one called to check on her after the news to see if she was okay. How is your son doing? Is there anything we could help? She just said she was disappointed because Boston made them feel like a family, but I always tell people, when you're dealing with corporate America, they make you feel like a family, but at the end of the day, it's business. And unfortunately, he made a decision that was bad for business. All right, let's get into some more of the details of the custody arrangement. All right, moving forward for 2024, the parents agreed that for child support calculations, Udoka has less than 5% timeshare with the son, while Nia has approximately 95% of the time with the 12-year-old in LA. According to the agreement, Udoka will maintain their son's health and dental insurance, and he and Nia Long will make decisions regarding the kids' education and welfare, and they'll work together. Now, in case of disagreements, Nia Long does have majority of the authority, but she does have to give Udoka fair notice if there's any type of major life-changing decisions, except for routine and emergency medical matters. So this makes sense because the child is going to be with her based off of what we just read 95% of the time. Udoka is still coaching in the NBA. He's in Houston. So his job literally holds him back from just being a super present father figure. Physically. And being an NBA coach is kind of like a year-round job. Even if they don't make the playoffs, he's still working. He's still making decisions with the executives above him. They're recruiting. They're trying to figure out what the roster is going to be next year. So it really seems like a job that keeps going. So this is unfortunate, man. You never want to see this. It's another broken family. You got another mom raising a son without the father being physically present in the household to kind of help guide some of those day-to-day decisions. You know, a lot of the weight and burden is put on her shoulders. She still has to go to work, but she still has to maintain and take care of the child, while the father has the luxury of being physically free from those responsibilities until he gets him, probably maybe in the summer. I don't even know if he can get child in the summer, because like I said, what if he's in the playoffs? Then you can't get him unless you have a nanny to kind of make sure he's taken care of while you're working. It's unfortunate, man. I wish these two could have made it work, but everybody ain't meant to be together. But that's all I have for today. How do you guys feel about Halle Bailey finally announcing her little bundle of joy, Halo? And do you think Nia Long's child support agreement is pretty reasonable? I think it is. Leave your comments below. Peace out.